Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. In comes the train we were riding at the end of the previous episode. We were heading back out, and I start off with a bit of good news, and that is I tried to reproduce that strange laggy stutter we had in the previous episode. Didn't know what to blame. As it turns out, I can't reproduce it, so I'm going to put it down to a glitch in the matrix and not blame anything, really. Just the PC as a whole. It was a one-off, as far as I can tell. I will keep monitoring it. But yes, all of the mods are now in a collection. So I'll link that in the description below and you can grab that and get all the mods that I use. As there has been a few comments asking which ones I use and where to grab them. So instead of replying constantly with links, I have put them all together for you. That is not the only good news. I've, thanks to you guys in the comments and a little bit of testing from yours truly, I have a better understanding of our destinations layer. These numbers, at first, the reason I was a little confused is even with the context help here, it doesn't really tell you much about anything. Pretty much just me staring at possibly a histogram or a bar chart without any labels on it. Could have been anything. I didn't know what I was looking at. But you guys in the comments have helped me out a touch, and with that knowledge, shared knowledge, which is wonderful, I have managed to find a use for this. It does have a use. It still doesn't really have a use for starting out on a passenger run such as this one. However, these numbers do sort of make sense. What it is every journey that is currently going on, so when we zoom out and see all these blue and green lines, that's showing me that 30 people are currently using this road as part of their journey. So when they finish that journey, the number will change, which is why it's fluctuating. So it's a real-time overlay of people journeying around your map. And this one, for example, as you can see, more people queuing up to get on the train there. It's combined, so this will be in both directions. We can limit that somewhat and just select Henley, for instance, which we now know that 101 people are, or should be, waiting. Is it everybody? It might be everybody who have left their house as well. That's an interesting it is, look, it's everybody all the way up to here. This is the first person to be using this line, starts here. So it's not everybody at the station or everybody on the train currently, but everybody actively taking a journey. And if we go all the way down here, you'll see they get off and then they use our tram service and then they branch out into town. There's some options here now where we could say perhaps run a bus service. The town's possibly a little too small for that. Sims, as you can see, will walk for ages to catch buses. But yes, there you go. That helps. If we choose Twickenham, which is our other town, you see we've got 102 there, heading in the other direction, but not just on this line. They will be using this line at some point. We have several down here as well. I hope that clears that up. It's certainly going to be useful. I still say the best way to kind of gauge your setup is eyeballing it. How many people are at the station? Do you have enough carriages to take that many people? Be careful though, as if you've got a backlog that has compounded itself and you could have just missing passengers from a previous journey. Or not missing passengers, you know where they are, they're all stuck on the station. But they've missed their previous train as it was full. So yeah, don't go overboard with adding carriages. This one's my favourite one to use for setting up routes and monitoring how much capacity you need. 121. So you know that at the very least is what you need, and then add on to that everything else. So most of what I said was accurate, and this layer is actually quite useful. We'll get into it more later on, because this layer is going to help more as the map gets a little more complex. For example, if we go down here, if we get bad traffic, say this number was ridiculously high and dark blue, the higher it is, the more you want to attend to it, then that means we've got traffic problems. And with this layer, you can get a rough idea of where people want to go and where you may be missing your own transport to alleviate at least some of the traffic. So we'll make good use of this later on. I'm happy with that layer. It's going to be useful. But for now, I think we're good on here. We're about right. Whether this expands much more, I'm not sure. But we've got a lot to do today, don't we? It's going to be that way moving forward. We're at the point in the game now where money isn't a problem. So ideally, I should have paused it now. And we'll expand some more and then we'll tweak our other lines. But in the name of watching something happen, such as our lovely passenger train come by us here, I'll keep things moving. And I do love this. It's nice to see a proper passenger train. Once we've got enough demand, we'll probably double up on this as opposed to adding more and more carriages to it, because the frequency is going to help us not drop loads and loads of people off to such a tiny platform. So yes, before we head off and get the possibly the tools factory upgraded, which is going to trigger a big upgrade chain. Oh dear. We'll see if we want to stick another wagon on here. It's tempting, isn't it? What is the profit and loss like on this? Oh, well, that's changed, hasn't it? Yeah, there we go. I think we can happily spend a bit of our profit on giving our passengers enough room on our trains. For the future, as our towns grow, more people are going to use this. So, yeah, we'll manage vehicle. We'll throw another one on the back. I mean, we could throw something different on the back and make it look a little bit like a caboose, couldn't we? Is that required? Depends how it looks. It doesn't look like it will look good. Well, do you know what? Yeah, let's go for it. There we go. Got like a caboose at the end. Or we've just pulled a wagon out the yard from when we were using it earlier. I mean, that happens a lot. If we can make use of an old passenger wagon on the back there, I'll be happy. Carriage, I guess I should call it. What do we have here as a capacity now? Line rate. 158. There we go. I think we should be good for a little while yet. We may need another tram on each as well. I'm not overly bothered about making profit on trams at all. We might at some point make a profit. It's not far off, is it? No. If I ever see these make a profit, I just grin, because it's never my intention to do that. These are purely to filter into the big money earners, because you're only talking a few thousand in profits on these, and taking them to the trains, you're talking millions. Trains can more than pay for multiple lines like this. Yeah, as you can see here, we are quite busy. Is it busy enough to worry about? Well, our line rate is actually quite high. The only thing I could really think about is pausing them at the bus stops for maybe 10 seconds at each stop. Should I do that just to show you what I'm talking about? Because I don't think I've actually done it with passengers. No, I haven't, because this is our first passenger line. So let's get our line here. We're going to manage it. And we'll just add a 10-second delay. Minimum stop time. So if they're empty, they'll wait for at least 10 seconds, which might just give them a bit of a transfer. And to balance things out at the other transfer, we'll do another 10-second wait there. You can use your mouse wheel to budge this number up, or try and be really delicate with it, which I failed at then miserably. There we go. We've got a 10-second delay. It does mean even if they're full, they'll wait, unless it takes more than 10 seconds, I guess, to load and unload. It kind of makes it a little more realistic. We could do something similar with our train, I guess, and try and catch a tram crossover, or just pick up a few extra people who are entering the station. Possibly. It shouldn't affect line rates too drastically. We're at 276 at the moment, so if I can remember that number, we'll come back later. And it's very busy, isn't it? It's lovely. I do believe, however, we will save on a little bit of maintenance for those 10 seconds, which will add up over a year. So, yeah, 60% less on maintenance for that. What was that? For that little delay? What was that -5? It might be bus stops. Yes, possibly bus stops. I don't think we own any of the roads, as they will charge you if you do own the road. If you want to see what roads you own, it's the ones with the padlocks that are on. If the padlock is off, the AI is free to do what they want with them, which is absolutely fine for me in this setting, playing the game. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? I think we're good there. It looks busy, but it's not. It's just how we're managing the line. We have a single train. Eventually, they get to their destination. They're not going to get unhappy. As far as I know, anyway. I don't think the simulation is that in-depth with happiness. Otherwise, if there was, they should have a happiness layer. They might get grumpy if your stations are overloaded or overcrowded. What do you call it? I can't remember. Overburdened, perhaps. Anyway, we were working on this, weren't we? Last time out. Let's head back over here. Oh, I like that view with the station down there in the cutting. Ooh, they gave me a happy, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, was that just perfect timing? Goodness me, I think this just upgraded. It absolutely did. Oh, guys, that I couldn't have planned that. That's wonderful. Well, one thing is for sure, we're not keeping up with the line rate here, are we? No. We've got to, let's take a look at consumers, 158 to meet. We're at 121. We're just going to have to keep throwing trucks on at the moment until we get bigger and better trucks. So I'm just going to add 4 trucks on, and hopefully that'll give us what we need, or close to 169. I think that gives us a little bit of headroom, and we've got to catch up a little bit anyway. So now that is going to trigger an upgrade chain. Don't say train again. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. An upgrade chain. Stop it, brain. Yes, there we go. We're at 295 of 400. We'll probably have to upgrade all of these trains now, because if this upgrades, which is almost there, then it's also going to trigger another upgrade here, which is going to take it to 800 possibly, and here as well. So these will need to be much beefier trains taking these. And we do have our electric loco now, don't we? Which we are going to go and put on. In fact, while we wait for this to tip up to that, I don't know why it's under at the moment. We might not actually have the line rate now, to be fair, with this short train. Yes, because we are going to be looking at, it's still saying 195. Is that because this is just getting up to speed? It might be. Oh, and, well, yes, we're also full. So they're going to be quite grumpy. Possibly. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. It has upgraded. We are going to have to increase our line rate no matter what. We're just pulling in. I'm going to pick a locomotive. I'm going to go back and keep with the A35. It's like the next step up, pretty much, from the BR. We have to ignore this if we want to actually make the most amount of money per item that we're delivering. It's really sad, though. What I'd like to see from the developers is this is just 50, regardless. I mean, if you're making up numbers on deliveries, it doesn't matter if this isn't the correct speed in real life. I think at that point we'll accept that you've changed it to fit the broken mechanic that's going on there. But anyway, enough about that. Leave that alone. A35 is going to be more than enough. We currently have 789. This will take it up to 1,360 brake horsepower, and 3,127 brake horsepower is going to be absolutely way too much. This will be fine, won't it? We can colour it blue, see what it looks like in a nice blue. I think it's that one, maybe a little bit darker. Is it more that one? No, that's too dark. Okay, don't mess around with the colours all day. It's not like we've got anything to do or anything. Right, let's remove him. We'll get you on. It's going to give it a little bit of a line rate boost regardless because of the extra power. And we're actually going to put a couple of wagons on there. Blue ones? Yeah, why not? Oh, it just colours the stakes, I believe. Yes. Well, that's kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah, we've got like bits of half-painted wagons. It looks more realistic now, doesn't it? Yeah, everything isn't just perfectly uniform. Right, so that's our new train on here. Yeah, breaking a little bit there. We were ahead regardless on here, so we did have the capacity to go a little bit above, but we weren't quite at... No, look at this, 123. We need to be hitting, what was it, 295? Yeah, which we're not going to hit just yet. Was it 295? Consumers, 195. There we go, yes, not 295. Shall we go and get us some electrics on here? We're just pulling in. Look at the timing, guys. Today, I don't know what's going on. The timing is absolutely impeccable. Right, we've still got to detail this somewhat. Well, not detail it, just make it look like it's supposed to be there, rather than my wayward terraforming there. This is a little awkward, isn't it? Look at our money, 68 million. Right, we can't change our train yet. The first thing we've got to do is get in here, get us some nice electrification going. We do not yet need faster than the slowest tracks, which is the wooden sleepers, as none of our trains, freight trains, can go above 75, so it would just be a waste of maintenance. I believe they do cost more to maintain, the high-speed tracks, so might as well save money where we can. Now we can change this. It's going to take us over, isn't it? Yeah, we've got to ignore this figure because we wait here sometimes. But our current train, let's just manage this. We have a power rating of 2,719 brake horsepower. And our new one, what was it, 3,000 and something? Yeah, 3,127. So only a slight upgrade, really, isn't it? It's not much. It's less than adding, for example, one of these on the back. So it's a pleasant way to go up. If we remove that, should we have it this colour as well? We might as well. Electric. Let's get you on there. What is it? This is like the orange colour, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Get you on the front there. Say hello to our first electric loco that we're actually going to use because it pays us out in full, or the fullest, on our per item drop-offs. I'm tempted just to put the crocodile in somewhere because I feel bad for it. Even though we absolutely know we'll be taking a loss on it. Oh dear, for no apparent reason other than it being 47 miles an hour. I still went on about it, didn't I? Yes, absolutely. Right, you're filling up. Are we waiting a little bit? Yeah, we could probably drop a wagon now as well. It doesn't really matter. This number will balance out. As long as we return here before the platform's full, we are absolutely taking the 400 line rate. But this number will fluctuate just because of how Transport Fever works it out. There we go. Right. So you're underway. We're not going to see the proper number there. It's easily going to meet demand. And let's see how we're doing back here. We can definitely take a train down to Luggershall as well and deliver even more tools, which would boost production no end. Trigger possibly another upgrade. Are we meeting it yet? No, we're stuck in the 295 territory. But we are catching up. Still, what's the word for it? Overloaded. There we go. Still overloaded. We're bringing a bit more into the stores now as well. So it should kick production up a little bit. We're actually run out of items to craft, I was going to say. Oh dear. Can you tell I used to play MMOs? Or still do, in fact. Yeah, still play MMOs. Crafting. That's what it is. Not manufacturing. Of course it's not. But yes, we're going to be manufacturing again shortly. And a bit more than we have been doing. Which should push the production up. close to 400, I'm hoping, eventually. How much are we dropping off? We might even need to pick up more, you know. We're still not on top of this, somehow. Were we still... Oh, we've dropped to 164. Perhaps we could tidy the drop-off point. I mean, we go around the houses quite literally. Is there any real way we can tidy that up? I don't think it's required. We do alright, don't we? I don't think we get held up anywhere. No, we avoid the trams avoid us. That's lovely. We could possibly eke out a few miles an hour extra. What are the top speed on these anyway? I don't even know. They do... No, 25 miles an hour. I believe these are 25 anyway. Yeah, that's not going to change a thing. We could make the route more direct. I think we'll be fine. We'll catch up. We can always stick another truck on, can't we? And go over. What are you asking for now? Over at... oh, look at all those red numbers. Should we turn the red numbers off now? We don't care about those, do we? Costs. Gone. 169. No, we're just not keeping up. We're struggling. I love it, though. That's good. I think we are due new trucks, though, very soon, which is going to make this a lot easier to deal with. And how are we doing there? Well, we got it up a little bit, didn't we? It pushed it. I don't think we're going to meet demand just yet. Where's our other train? Oh, no. It almost did it, guys. I pointed at the screen. That's not very helpful. But there, yeah, it is kind of flickering into there. We've almost got it up and running. It's like watching a factory like power up for the first time where it's a bit old and cold. In the mornings, the things are not quite up to speed. Yeah. Which I love. This is the sort of thing I love doing in the game. Do you know what we could do? Official episode this, because I'm all sorts of happy. Watching our factories that we started out with so long ago. Well, it's not that long, is it? No. But at the beginning of the series-ish, we started off around here. And it's all starting to grow now. There we go, look at all that. As was pointed out in the comments, this is indeed very satisfying for me. As well as some of you guys, I know, as well. I just love doing it. I can use this terraforming tool all day. How much do we have on the platform? 103. We only carry 80. So, yes, I'll tell you what we'll do then. Let's throw a couple more wagons on there. Just guesstimate a little bit. We'll probably need more than that. Are we having this colour? Of course we are. Get on there. I think they're different colours. The old spray paint shop isn't getting the right pigments each time. There we go. But we're picking up now. What we got? A capacity of 96. Won't be all of it. Well, we don't want to go too overboard, do we? We're at 180. What we got to meet? We'll say 200. If we hit 200, that'll be fine. So probably a couple more. Away she goes. I might sit over here, actually. I want to come past the depot a little bit. We can use this camera as well. Which is what I use at the on the intros and the thumbnails, so you can get a bit of a zoom lens going on there. And we just sit in there. Let's remove that, and we'll hit play again, and then I'll left Alt and G, or right Alt and G even, and then hide the cursor. There she goes. That looks lovely. Yeah, we're starting to get to the point now where we're going to probably think about big networks and a bit of signalling and wind trains through each other. Well, not actually through each other, but their lines are going to intersect at some point. We'll have to account for that as well. We're just obstructed there by the... by the depot. There's a plane up there. Can we zoom in? This isn't getting your map done at all, is it? No, but we can zoom in. Oh, up to, what, 400? Oh, there we go. There she goes, flying by. I wonder if we'll get some new planes soon. I've thought about that. I don't know when they appear. We're taking a lot more steel now. That's definitely going to kick production up here. We are very close to leveling up This steel mill, probably never thought it was going to level up. We just had these old trains running here for like ever. It might be time, given this is now upgrading, to prepare these with some electrics, because we're going to use the big electric loco. It's falling on and off, but it is going to level up, and it will not drop below this 10%. We'll still be within the 10% range. Both of our trains are coming in as well. Although, no, it's going to take a while for these to actually upgrade. But we can at least do the electric work, can't we? There we go. Look at all these paydays we're getting, guys. Come on. Are you going to upgrade for us? Are we going to see anything? I don't think so, because it's level 1. You could surprise us. What we got here? Coal and... I don't know what that is. Sand? Is that supposed to be water? I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. It looks like water. Oh, did it do anything? Possibly not. That was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it? But anyway, yes, that is now going to trigger demand all the way down at the, there we go, the iron mine and at the coal mine. So we're already needing to meet 600 line rate straight away. Yes, which we are not really near at all. That answers that, doesn't it? It's time to upgrade everything. Let's get our tools, shall we? We're going to electrify the lot because it's going to look nice. Now, without this middle track electrified, it doesn't do the most pleasant of catenary work down here. The masts are a bit all over the place. But if we go ahead and do the middle one anyway, there's no doubt we'll be using electric locos on here. We might even use diesels, but we'll see. But there you go. That's the difference that you get. You get a nicer looking catenary mast, don't you? Perfect. Right, and we'll just take it up there and end it, because we don't actually use electrics past that point. So now we might as well upgrade that. Is that everything? I think so, and I do believe it's going to be time to get some better locos on the front of these. Not better, more powerful. Who am I to say what's better? But they are more powerful. More suited would probably be a better term for that, wouldn't it? 407, 401, so we are currently meeting demand. But what will just changing the loco, because I've just realised we've not even double-headed these, have we? No, because this is going to be a real boost. This should increase the line rate no end, just changing these. Should we colour them? They're kind of a darker orange. Well, I'll tell you what, we should have one that's just the default colour. So we'll have this one as the default colour. And add you on. And there we go. You should boost a little bit. And with this one, we'll have this one the coal colour. Because that will just look cool. Oh yes, take the old loco off. Get you on there. Well, that's a huge boost in power for these. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? I absolutely love that. Well, that's a nice colour. Yes, I want one of those myself to go to work in. Might get some strange looks. There we go. There we go. Let's get this up here. We've also got the default colour as well. We can sit in this little trench. Oh, mouse wheel got a little excited there. Should we hide the UI? Don't want that interrupting. We'll throw the mouse cursor off the screen as well. There we go. 2 new electric locos. In fact, we've got 3 total, haven't we? We've got the other iron train far over the other side of the river. Beautiful. See what that does for our line rates. We'll come back and check on those. Oh, away they go. How are we doing here? What sort of line rate are we hitting? Now we know for sure we're going to have to hit... that can't be right. Ignore that. That's not right at all. We are keeping on top here, aren't we? No, still not keeping on top. You sure? 177. What do you need now? Is this just expanding far quicker than I can cope with? Yeah, 174. We're at the limit, aren't we? I think we've got too much catching up to do. Let's just get ahead of the curve there a little bit. And we need to do the same over here. No doubt this has got out of control as well. Which it has. Knew it would. It's fine though, isn't it? That's good. That's good news. Are we meeting demand? Let's pull that over there. Henley, 126 we're shipping, but how many do you need? 134. That suggests to me we're missing a few industries. We're almost, are we? We're kind of getting to the point now where we could double drop, which is a perfectly valid method to drop things off as long as you meet the line rates. And they'll just work it out themselves. You can do drop-offs UPS style or multi-drop style. So, yeah. Maybe. Is it time for multi-drop yet? We could change this anyway. I guess it depends, Grand. Why don't you have a look at where everything is currently? We are currently reaching... Well, we reach most of the city. We're not really ready for double drop yet. So let's take a look at where the issue is. Buildings. Let's get these selected. What are we missing out on? Is it anything we could mess with? Well, to be fair, it's like these up here in the residential area, which I don't like the look of anyway. We may just ask them to move. I might put a truck stop in here, you know, instead. If I deselect that, would we get everything and have a slightly shorter stop? No, we miss out on quite a few. Well, that's a shame. That would have been nice heading into there. What about heading this way? No, that's a good place for it, isn't it? Just there. Yeah, we'll leave that as it is. Given the lack of traffic, surprisingly. We're doing all right, though, aren't we? We don't have a lot of trucks. We don't have a lot of trams. It would be a little excessive to send it on a detour. If the AI decides... There seems to be like a road missing here. That would sort some of it out. It's doing all right, though, isn't it? I say we just dump these up here. I would prefer just not to have you guys out here. You, and you. Were they the right ones? I guess we'll find out soon. Don't build back, because that gets tedious very quickly. There we go. What are you doing now? Let's see if we can match the numbers. Consumers. Henley, 132 versus 136. Are we still missing one? Have we got a sneaky one somewhere? Oh, come on. I just deleted them. What are we missing? Well, I need that selected. What are we missing here? It could just be updating, to be fair. So we might be okay. I think you're reaching everywhere now. As far as I can see, I love this one tool shed out in the middle of nowhere. The commerce building there. No, we're hitting everything, aren't we? I thought... Yeah, that. Oh, we don't reach it here, guys. Look at that. I think if we help them out with a road down here, this would help no end. What do you reckon? We just go somewhere like that. In fact, we want to come off this, don't we? This seems to make sense. We're kind of missing a block. And it'll help us reach later on. It'll give us a lot more reach. There we go. We'll add another truck on anyway, because we want to play catch up. We've got quite a few on there now, don't we? Yeah, that'll get us up to whatever it'll get us up to, because it's not going to update yet. And if they keep going the way they're going, these are going to upgrade as well, which is going to push even more demand onto our steel mill here, which is happily boosting production slowly but surely. We're going to have to make sure we meet the new line demands over here. I don't know if these have done another couple of runs yet. Let's get down here, watch our train go. There we go. And we're not even close, are we? It is a big improvement, though. I think we gained, like, what, 73 line rate? Something like that. 70 line rate. Just by changing it to that more powerful loco. Would you like a little bit of tidying up done over here? I would. Let's go for some more official episode. Just get that tidied up. Make it look like we're actually built out here rather than drag some track along. There we go. Especially near the depot and stuff. It shouldn't just be hanging on a minor mound of dirt, should it? Let's get that, and we'll give it a little bit of an edge to it as well. Beautiful. There we go. Which it should have, because we built it, and we put the foundation work in as well. There we go, around the yard there, and then we can just smooth it off gently. Don't want to go too much though. Let's bring that size down. Just get that in there. What should we go with? Should we go with a little bit of paint on here? We don't need it too much. I would like to go full on, I think, dirt down here. Just maximum. We can also get rid of the tufts of grass. And then we'll throw on a bit of gravel as well. Even go a little bit further out to the side here. So it all looks like part of a yard. There we go. Yeah. There'll probably be some sort of access vehicle down the side, wouldn't there? Where they keep driving up and down to our depot down here. There we go. Is that lovely? Is that looking a little tidier? A little better? A little more lived in? Probably keep that rock there, why not? Would we pay to have it removed? Nope. There we go, get you all done around there. And up there. Our trains is very busy. Right. Get that painted as well. Better. Right, now what we'll do is we'll get our gravel, not asphalt. Don't want that. Gravel, where's gravel? That one's gravel. Yeah, this dark one is usually my favourite for this. We'll drop the strength right down and we're just going to kind of go over the top of it a little bit. Throw some gravel down. Hopefully it looks the business. We'll see. There we go. Just a bits of gravel there, here and there. There and here, I was going to say. Which is the wrong way around to say that. There we go. Just texture it up a little bit. Is any of this required? Absolutely not. Ooh, what we got, guys? Is that, and I was just mentioning freight planes, is that a new freight plane? Or cargo plane, I should call it. Can't help but call it freight. Right, does that look better? I'm just going to paint this and put little bits of gravel on the side there. Why not? It doesn't have to be perfect, does it? There we go. Does that look better? Are we looking lived in now? Yeah, that's a proper yard now. Well, it's starting to become a proper yard. We're not going to be keeping up on this, are we? What are we up to? Oh, yes, I was supposed to put a couple on there. We'll do it at the beginning. We'll do it at the beginning. We'll let it sit down. Sit down? Settle in. It could sit down. Do you know what? You've just got there. What I'm going to do with you is I'm going to add a couple more wagons on and we're going to flip you around. Because we can. Yeah, we'll give them orange ones as well on the back. Why not? 1, 2, 3. That's not going to be enough, is it? Another 2. And these are now all sorts of different colours. Can you flip round yet so that we can have you fill up again? Nope, not yet. We're gonna have to I think bring it out past the halfway point, somewhere like that, or will you do it now? Nope. This is a game. This is a new game. Spot where the train will go. Shall we go with this? That's about halfway, isn't it? Surely. Go. Nope. Still not enough. Surely. What? Isn't that? Oh, no, it's 6. It'll be in between those 2 posts, won't it? There. There we go. Got it. Right. That'll fill up with the rest of those. So we don't lose any. In fact, we take more. And this guy's on the way in there. Can we do it without pausing it and just get a few more wagons on there? We'll colour them coal colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. That's how many. 32 wagons all of a sudden on this one. It's still not going to meet line demand. We may want to start thinking about multiple trains. I think we can get away with nice big long trains on this sort of private route that we've got going on here for this whole production line. Any mainline trains we may think about speed. It depends though, because it's less traffic, isn't it, the longer you have a train. I know it's more traffic at the time that particular train is crossing a junction or is getting in the way of something. But overall, you've got one less train making its rounds on your network, so less to deal with at junctions. There we go. Should we end it there, guys, then, with a little ride on, I don't know, this one? Yeah, because then we'll see the other one going that way. I just want to see this one head by. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We've got a plane in the distance as well. So, we've got those new planes to look at. We'll do that when we come back, though, because we've done a lot today. We are on board our electric now, coal train, which is carrying 256 units of coal. No idea what they are. And, well, we could probably work it out because it does have a tonnage that you're carrying in the details panel. But, yes, anyway, 256 things of coal. We need a bit of weeding out here. Perhaps we'll do that as well. And what we'll be doing next, we've got our planes to upgrade. Maybe that will increase our line rate a little bit. And what else have we got to do? Do you know, I haven't checked the trucks over there that are taking goods in for the longest time. Didn't we only have 2 on there? Well, I best sort that out as well. So we'll put some new trucks on there and get that sorted. Yeah, it's going to be spinning plates a lot now, isn't it? We've got to do some sort of expansion as well. One idea I had in the comments was we can take combats alongside the passenger line, or at least share it and double track it. We'll do something with it and deliver those up to Twickenham, I think, as well. Isn't that the other thing they want? We'll take a look. Does this look a bit better now it's been painted? I think so, yes, I like that. We'll check on some more numbers when we come back. We'll make sure that our new lines are going to get up to the, or close to the 800. We've got our original oil line to go and check on, which I was supposed to do today, but I got a little bit carried away with everything else that was going on. Don't let me forget, there's a plane up there as well. It's brilliant. Right, guys, a little journey back the other way. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.